Let's talk about war. Alright? Okay, so what wars are we in right now? Okay. There's Afghanistan. Alright? Recently, up until very recently, there was Iraq. There's the war on terror. There's the war on drugs. There's the war on poverty. There's the war on illiteracy. Recently there was a war on, militaristic actions in Libya. Lots of things going on in Southeast Asia with military games where you're sending troops to even Australia right now. I mean, now the last couple probably don't need to be considered wars, but when you're taking part in war games with the hopes of, intimidating another country to possibly take a militaristic stand against you, that's not good. It's teetering on the brink of going to war, and that's what we did with North Korea. That's what we're doing right now with Iran. That's what we're doing with several countries inside Africa. So I mean, this sort of thing is constant. It's in your face, and it's not going away. All right. So not only that, if you read or there's a good video on YouTube, A People's History of the United States by the late great Howard Zinn, awesome historian. If you haven't heard of him, you probably should have. But anyway, America, he paints the picture that America has been involved in war since its creation. I mean, since day one. We've been moving from conflict to conflict, constantly at war. I mean, there's very few actual peacetime years in American history, and it's really, it kind of makes sense that we'd continue that. There's no incentive for us to stop. We're the world's superpower. Why would we stop? Who's going to tell us to stop? Who's going to make us stop? Well, I'd rather not find out. I'd rather the American people banded together to stop the insanity that is perpetual war. Alright, it's been going on for hundreds of years. This isn't your fault. This isn't my fault. This isn't our politicians' fault, although they're more to blame than anybody else, because they're in a position where they could stop it if they wanted to. But where's the incentive? They have nothing to gain and everything to lose if they stop these wars. Well, it's up to me and you. It's up to the people. And that's what part of what this Ron Paul movement is about. Alright? Stopping the militarism. That's a part of it. That's a part of it on it. Alright. One of the ways, the big issues of this election is the economy, obviously. The war's taken a back seat to it, which is incredible considering that we've been in this war for over 10 years now. I digress. The economy is the biggest issue that we face today. Our militarism plays a huge part in that issue. We're spending too much money abroad. We're spending too much money on militarism, not defense. There's a difference between militarism and defense. Alright? Defense is paying your troops. We pay our troops. Defense is things like, weapons research and that sort of thing. We're still doing that. Militarism is paying for the troops to be moved, paying for the gas to run the Hummers, for the tanks, for actually being out abroad, and it's expensive, and that costs money. And where are we getting that money? We're not. We're creating it out of thin air. Americans, you and me, can't afford to pay for this war. Our kids can't afford to pay for this war. Our grandkids' grandkids can't afford to pay for this war. It's amazing. It's incredible to me that we have let this go on this long. But that's where we find ourselves. And that's one of the things that Dr. Paul is working to correct. He's working to bring it home. If you listen to any of the other Republican candidates, nobody's talking about ending wars. Everybody's talking about the next war that we're going to be involved in, and that is the mentality that is wrong for this country. That is the mentality that is going to flush America down the toilet. And I don't want to see that happen. You don't want to see that happen. Nobody wants to see that happen. Alright? America is the last great hope for freedom and justice in the world. And it's the idea of liberty and individual liberty and being able to do as you please is sought after in 90% of the world. America has it. Americans have their liberty. Barely. It's disappearing rapidly, and we're mere days away from it being extinct altogether. So it really is. The time is now. It is now or never. We need to make this happen, or it never will. Alright? Leave comments, post video comments if you want me to reply. You know, hope you guys are having a great day. Patriots, peace out.